Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Jon Brenneman. I'm the president here at MOAA Vacations, and we're joined today by Jodi Murphy with Regent Seven Seas Cruises. Wanted to talk about some of the MOAA group departures that we have for not only 2023, but 2024 and 2025. As well as a couple of promotions that Regent has going on in November, offering you guys an opportunity to save hundreds of dollars on your next luxury cruise vacation. It does not appear as though my camera is on, or at least I don't see myself, which isn't a bad thing. But anyway, I will forage on. So to start out, before I turn it over to Jodi, which as I know why everyone is here today, I wanted to talk a little bit about MOAA Vacations. I see a lot of familiar names, but there may be a few people that are not familiar with MOAA Vacations. But anyway, Jodi, if you can go to the next slide, I can't motion to her since I don't know why my camera isn't working. It was actually working for the webinar I did right before this one. Anyway, I'll send everybody a picture of myself so you can see what I look like, if that matters, which is an interesting kind of segue. For those of you who haven't joined us before, we are taping this webinar, so we will send everyone a copy of this webinar probably this evening, if not this evening, tomorrow morning. So you can view it again if there's anything that you want to review that we go through. That email will also include some links to some of the other topics we talk about, such as the group departures, what the November sales are, and that type of stuff. I do want to mention that anything that we do for MOAA members, such as yourself, you're invited to bring friends and family along. Any friends and family that you bring along with you on a trip through MOAA Vacations, they will receive the same low rates, the same free amenities, and certainly they're welcome to join us on any of the group departures that we may do. So back to MOAA Vacations. This is just a quick slide kind of to kind of summarize what kind of makes us unique among travel agencies, or the reason why you should be booking all of your cruise and tour vacations through us. The first thing is superior service. I talk about this quite often. We are the only travel agency in the United States that offers travel on a satisfaction guaranteed basis. If you book a trip through us, we guarantee that everything will go according to your plans. If not, we will make it right. Lowest price, we do guarantee the lowest price. We do have free amenities with a number of different cruise lines and tour companies. Regent does participate in this. Outside of the specials that you're going to see today and everything else, MOAA members and MOAA guests receive a $250 per suite onboard credit on any cruise they book. So be it this year, next year, 24, 25, whenever you go, if you book through us, that is just a value added, $250 as a gift in recognition of your membership in MOAA from Regent. And then the final thing is the group opportunities, and it is it adds a lot to your vacation experience, as I'm sure you can imagine, not only to travel with friends and family, but to go on one of these group departures and have the opportunity to experience not only the cruise, but experience the destinations with your fellow MOAA members from across the country. So with that being said, that's kind of my brief intro. I'm going to turn it over to Jodi. Jodi is going to kind of take us through a lot of information. That's what a photo looks like. There our video looks like. But anyway, after Jodi gets done with her presentation, we will be available for a Q&A. I am online right now, so I'm gonna, as Jodi goes through, I might post some links in the chat if you want to follow along with her. And then I will be available to answer questions to the best of my ability while Jodi's doing her presentation. And if you ask something that we want Jodi's input on, then we'll take all of those at the end. So without any further ado, Jodi, take it away.
Thanks, Jon. Appreciate you. So thank you for joining us, those of you that are here live, those of you that watch the recording afterwards. I wanted to say happy Veterans Day early. I know this is Friday, and we've got some good stuff for you active military and non-active military. So, but I wanted to start, of course, with Regent and who we are and talk about the group departures and all of that. So here I am. You can, here I am. See me. So I'm going to turn off my camera and let's get started. Now, we have been around this year. 2022 is our 30th anniversary. And I wanted to first off play you a video from our president, Jason Montague, and it includes past guests, new guests, and they're talking about why they love Regent Seven Seas Cruises. So enjoy.
As we embark on our 30th anniversary, I'm reminded of all the aspects that truly make Regent such an unrivaled experience. Our guests, our crew and staff, our partners. But the best way to explain it is to experience it.
All right, we could go all the way back to when Regent was Radisson, and we were smitten with the whole concept of touring, or cruising, really, in those days, and the bug bit us, and we have stuck around all these years since then.
And because of the people and the friendships that we have made on these trips, it's just fabulous.
That's the thing that's really great about it, is that there's something for everybody. There's quite a diverse number of different tours, and it's all included, and it's always exactly what you want.
What makes Regent so special? It's a tough question. There's so many things about Regent that are special.
It's been a wonderful experience, made a lot of good friends, terrific memories.
This has by far exceeded all of our expectations. Incredible time, the vacation of our lives.
What makes Regent so special is actually the spirit of family. It's actually the caring, the love, and of course the spirit that we show to our guests.
But to me, the Regent family is what makes it so special. It's that connection between our guests, our crew, and our travel partners.
Regent is a fantastic family for our guests.
Definitely feels like a family.
The guests and the crew, the interaction there was among each other was something that I never experienced before. Am I dreaming, or what is the trick? It must be somewhere.
I think from our very first Regent cruise 9 years ago, from then on, it's been Regent, because nobody can compare to the service and the quality, the food, the whole package is perfect.
They really, they care for you, they care about you, they're friends, they're not just working for the company. They're very special. And we all care about them.
From the beginning, it has been in our DNA to provide guests an exceptional onboard experience, including personalized and friendly service and immersing our guests in destinations throughout the world.
The service on board, everything that the Regent does for you just makes you want to come back again and again.
Just happy to be home kind of feeling. And I get choked up just thinking about it. They are family. For sure, yes.
It has been an incredible journey over these past 30 years, and I'm so excited for us to experience the next 30 together.
A huge congratulations, Regent, on your 30th anniversary, and here's to another 30 more. Long may she sail.
Happy 30th anniversary, Regent.
It's really a good experience. The 30-year is a good mark, and they've done a really good job, and the evolution of Regent has been spectacular.
Happy anniversary, Regent.
Happy birthday, Regent, to another wonderful 30 years together.
Happy 30th anniversary, Regent Seven Seas Cruises.
Regent is magnifique.
Happy anniversary, Regent.
Hopefully that gives you a little insight about Regent directly from the people that love us, that sail on us over and over again. So the future is certainly bright for luxury cruising, and for us in particular, we are seeing incredible demand for our product. And to put that into perspective, our 2025 World Cruise was fully reserved prior to officially going on sale. And with our new season launch, that was on August 24th, we saw our biggest booking day in Regent's history. And we had these biggest booking days in history starting after the pandemic and the World Cruises filling up because everyone was dreaming and wanting to travel and get out there. So we're also seeing global travel restrictions dramatically relax, which makes it easier to get back into seeing the world. And we've got a lot of exciting offers in the market for you, which I mentioned, and we'll get back to that at the end of the presentation. So I wanted to just give you a quicker overview of who Regent is. And I'm really thrilled to be here today with MOAA and to showcase and show our new voyage collections, our group voyage dates. We've got a lot of good stuff for you. So for those of you who are newer or less familiar to Regent, we'll start with a quick overview. Now, Regent is the leading luxury cruise line operating a 5-ship fleet. We call our fleet the world's most luxurious fleet ever built. We offer an unrivaled experience with every luxury included. So maybe you're thinking, what makes Regent so special, the experience so special? Well, we've always believed that travel is not a reason to compromise, and when you're on vacation, your experience should be unrivaled in every way. So for our discerning luxury clientele, that means delivering the highest standards of service on board our beautifully designed, luxurious ships and being able to enjoy the most immersive of travel experiences. Now, this is our beautiful fleet, 5 ships. I know you see another here. That one is not quite yet out, and we'll discuss here after a bit. But we cater from 482 up to 732 guests. So we are small, we are intimate, no lines. We had a full refurbishment on all of our ships after our Seven Seas Explorer came into service in 2016. When this ship came into service, she was branded as the most luxurious ship ever built. And then in 2020, the sister to Seven Seas Explorer came into service, Seven Seas Splendor at Luxury Perfected. And then we all know what happened in March of 2020. So Splendor was our first ship back in the water once we started sailing again in September of last year. Now we also have Seven Seas Mariner and Seven Seas Voyager, which are sister ships. All suite, all balcony are these 4 ships. And one of our ships, Seven Seas Navigator, at 482 guests, our smallest ship. And this is the only ship that we have that doesn't offer all balcony suites. But remember, we are all suite. We also have an average crew to guest ratio of 1 to 1.4. And this is a fact that sets us apart from many other cruise lines out there. Now we have our brand new Seven Seas Grandeur arriving in 2023 in November. And this ship is branded as a Heritage of Perfection. And I'll show you some images of this ship coming up after a bit. But I wanted to show this image today because I think that it says it all right here. A truly enjoyable and uncrowded embarkation process. And this is our Seven Seas Voyager. So not even our smallest ship. Voyager is 680 passengers. So it just says it all. In my opinion, it says it all right there. So if you're looking for less crowds, no lines, ease of vacation, it's really time for you to look at Regent. Now, Regent is built on 5 key pillars, and it starts with destination. And we visit over 450 destinations worldwide and offer over 2,000 free unlimited shore excursions. And immersive exploration is really central to our promise. Not only do we take our guests to all of these destinations, but we let them experience it with unlimited complimentary shore excursions with local experts in every port of call. Our thousands of free unlimited shore excursions, they're just the start of this incredible array of opportunities ashore. And they're not just city tours, bus tours, walking tours. There are some really wonderful in-depth tours that we offer that are included. Now, it's not just shore excursions. Our unrivaled experience has every luxury included. And our guests have the comfort of knowing that every imaginable detail is taken care of, and that makes for a very special and unique vacation experience. So nobody goes to greater lengths to make sure your cruise is as special with every luxury included. And with us, it starts with the flights. If you're flying intercontinentally, so if you're flying to Europe, for example, you will be in a business class seat no matter the suite category that you book with us. Economy is included on domestic. That would be Canada, New England, Caribbean, Alaska sailings. We include transfers with our air package. We have specialty dining included. So there's no packages to purchase and all of that confusion that you have to worry about. It's just included drinks. That includes alcohol, premium wines and liquors, specialty coffees, bottled water, freshly squeezed juice at breakfast, all of those things that add up on those other lines. Also, your in-suite minibars replenished daily at no additional charge. Unlimited shore excursions, as I mentioned, internet is included. We offer a pre-cruise hotel package in concierge suites and above. Gratuities are included with us, and new when we started back in September of last year is free valet laundry service, and people are absolutely loving the free valet laundry service. Now, we offer personalized service at every turn, and once you sail with us once you indulge in our unrivaled experience, you will become a guest for life. And building bonds and friendships with our incredible crew and joining our Regent family, you will come back for life. And that is what you would have heard, or you heard in that video of our actual guests saying that the crew truly becomes family to them. They also learn your preferences, the way that you like your drinks or your food cooked. They remember your name. It's a really wonderful experience on board a Regent cruise. And we also offer exquisite cuisine and unrivaled dining experiences across multiple specialty dining venues. And these are delivered by our masterful culinary teams. Our executive culinary team, who have worked all around the globe, they bring decades of experience and flavor to every dish on board. And open seating, open dining, all complimentary, including the specialty dining, as I mentioned, and in-suite dining, which means you can dine whenever you wish with whomever you wish. We also offer a new casual dining option at the Pool Grill. Now, plus we offer additional culinary experiences such as our Gourmet Explorer tours and our professional level culinary arts kitchen, which is wonderful. You can purchase these classes if you're a foodie. There are different themes. There are 18 cooktops and different options of themes for you to choose from. It is so wonderful. Also, our connoisseur wine list, and that means we have something to satisfy the most passionate foodies with Regent. And of course, our luxurious accommodations come with large balconies. We are 98% private balcony. So remember at the beginning, I said we have one ship that we have that does not have 100% balconies, but 2 categories with windows. So because we believe that lavish personal space is core to experiencing the ultimate in luxury travel, you won't go back once you step aboard a Regent cruise. Now, because space is so important now more than ever, of course, our Unrivaled Space at Sea campaign that has been our key differentiator in the current market has really, I would say it's blown up. And we started this at the beginning of the pandemic because having that abundant space and service on board our ships was nothing new to us. It wasn't a revolutionary concept, but really a strong reminder of why personal space, attentive service, and balconies are more important than ever, and to highlight that. And so many people were not aware of what we had to offer. So Regent, we pride ourselves on having the world's most luxurious fleet and have invested the hundreds of millions of dollars to ensure that our ships are perfected. The quality and craftsmanship of our ships is unparalleled. And again, space being the key differentiator, we're perfectly positioned in this arena. So just look at the guest capacity between our Seven Seas Splendor here and a premium cruise line. So 732 versus over 3,000 people. So you can see why upgrading is worth it with Regent. And more importantly, take a look at the space per person. And if you're more visual, each of these people represent 100 guests. So on Regent, you can see the space and I say elbow room that you have on board with us compared to this premium cruise line with over 3,046 guests. The difference, for me, there's no question. Now, looking at the competitive average here across luxury and premium brands, the value proposition for our unrivaled experience, it really can't be beat. When you look at the price for Regent, our price is going to be higher. And that is because we include everything. Take a look at this list. Now, when comparing Regent to another luxury and then a premium cruise line. So this premium cruise line has 2,489 guests. The Regent and Seven Seas Mariner in this example has 684 guests. The other luxury is 609 guests. So because we include everything up front in our pricing, when you get on board a Regent ship, you literally have to pay for nothing else on board unless you want to. There are things that you can do, but you do not have to. In this example, even getting off of the other luxury cruise line, they don't include as much as we do. So at the end of the cruise, the other luxury line ended up to be more. And again, at the end of the cruise, the premium, which started out at $1,906 per person, ended higher than you would have paid if you would have just sailed with Regent and paid it up front. So your MOAA advisor, excuse me, at MOAA Vacations can explain this to you in greater details and in depth to show you the value that Regent offers. And it's, you know, what type of experience are you looking for? Are you looking to pay a lower price and be nickeled and dimed and having to add on all of these things and these things that make your life a lot easier and give you that ease of vacation? So make sure that you speak to them, reach out, and they'll be able to give you all of the information about Regent. Now, in 2023, we will add to the world's most luxurious fleet, our Seven Seas Grandeur. And Grandeur is the sister ship to Explorer and Splendor, and she takes our unrivaled experience to a whole new level. So our designers have done a magnificent job of marrying the comfort and elegance and style in this fresh, new, exciting way. So I wanted to give you some images of this beautiful ship. So introducing Compass Rose. This is our largest specialty restaurant at sea where you can fully customize your dining experience. The archways will make it feel as though you're dining under this illuminated canopy of an enchanted forest of tree-like pillars embedded with crystals. It's just absolutely. Next, we have Chartreuse. This is our chic French restaurant. And Chartreuse is inspired by the French glamour of Paris in 1925. The chandelier here that you see at the top is sketched from the iconic Coco Chanel fabric of this time. And every place, I guess, I can't find the word that I'm looking for, but every experience and everywhere on the ship is different. So this is the observation lounge. And this will have more of a relaxed tone of luxury and has a spectacular chandelier built of thousands of crystals sewn into this organic mesh structure. Here you see at the top, and that's really creating a very special and unique place. Now the Regent Suite, and the Regent Suite is an iconic address at sea. This is only offered, this will be the third ship that we offer this suite. It is one suite and it boasts over 4,000 square feet of space. So with every imaginable amenity, such as a full spa with free unlimited spa treatments, this suite has been designed with a discerning art collector in mind, with bespoke items curated and placed. Definitely the most luxurious address at sea. This is one of the bedrooms of the Regent Suite, and it boasts a spacious and calming area here. And this is very different than the other two Regent Suites that we offer on our other two ships. It's always got the best view, of course, in the house on top of the ship. It's got a panoramic wraparound balcony. But now this ship, Grandeur, has the skylit glass enclosed parlor, we're calling it, and it will make these views even better. So I can't wait to see this ship. Now, this is the Constellation Theater, where you can enjoy fantastic shows from Broadway musicals to comedy and enrichment lectures. And just because our ships are small doesn't mean that we can't offer those things that the large ships offer. This is a sneak peek of our serene spa entrance. And the spa is located at the back of the ship with these spectacular views, and the outdoor space boasts 3 hot tubs waiting to welcome you to watch the sunset. So I can definitely see myself here. So, where have you been wanting to go? We all know that the most important part of choosing vacation is the destination. So if you haven't been out and about yet, I'm sure you've been thinking of places and things that you want to check off of your bucket list. And we have cruises all over the world. So wherever you want to go, we can make that experience more special and more memorable than anyone else. All right, so with our new voyage collection, which is April of 2024 through May of 2025. So right now we have voyages available through May of 2025. Can you believe that? With this voyage collection, we have 18 new ports of call. And we always have to add new ports of call. We have such loyal past guests. We've got to bring in new places to see and do. And then brought to life through our destination immersive tours, including free in every single port of call, as well as bespoke arrangements available for those with more personalized requirements. These are all of the ways that you can truly immerse yourself into the destination with Regent. So I'm very excited to talk to you about our exclusive MOAA Vacations group departure dates that I think that you'll find something, at least one out of all of them, that is something that you can see yourself wanting to do in either 2023, 2024, and there is one that we have right now in 2025. So in South America, we have this amazing voyage from Buenos Aires to Rio de Janeiro. It is January 10th, 2024, a 12-night voyage on Seven Seas Splendor. On this voyage alone, we offer up to 29 included shore excursions. And I went through and I looked at the shore excursions for all of these. And on this one, I picked out this tour in Montevideo called Jewish Heritage. It's a 3.5-hour tour. This is free. And here you'll travel by coach to take in the landmarks in the Jewish community, past and present. You'll see synagogues, the Golda Meir Square, a Holocaust memorial, and visit the synagogues of fashionable beachside Pokitos, and I apologize for that. I did not know how to pronounce that. Also, you'll drive along the miles-long shoreside Rambla and visit Independence Square with its monuments and government buildings. You'll see so much here. And this is just one of the many tours offered on this itinerary. Now, we do offer a transoceanic crossing with the MOAA group. And this is from Miami to Barcelona. It's a 14-night itinerary, April 5th, 2023. This is on Seven Seas Voyager. And with not many ports of call, because it would be in Bermuda, in Cadiz, and then Ponta de la Gata. Those are the only 3 ports that we would offer shore excursions. So in those 3 ports, we offer up to 30 included shore excursions. So one that I was looking at, I thought was interesting in Cadiz is this Royal School of Equestrian Art and Wine Tasting. It's a 6-hour tour, free. You see the landmarks of Cadiz on this brief panoramic tour through this historic city. You'll go to this School of Equestrian Art and you watch these impressive horses being trained and see the well-maintained stalls where they reside, stroll the grounds of the agricultural country estate, and then savor local wine accompanied by tapas and visit their wine cellar. I thought it was interesting there. Next, we have Alaska, and we have a couple here in Alaska. Now, the first one is a Vancouver to Seward. It's a 7-night, June 28th, 2023, and a 7-night itinerary is standard for us. Our Seven Seas Explorer will be in Alaska next year, and this itinerary offers up to 51 included shore excursions. So in Juneau, for example, there's a Mendenhall Glacier River Float, 3.5-hour tour. You'll raft on a pristine river fed by waters from the Mendenhall Lake and glacier. Admire, of course, the most majestic wilderness scenery in Alaska. You'll learn about the area's natural history and wildlife, and visit one of the tribal clans' house to learn about their culture. And if you've been to Alaska, you know that there's so much to see, and you could visit Alaska many times and just not see it all. Now, this one is very unique because this is a new itinerary we're offering as a round trip Vancouver. So this is 14 nights starting May 15th of 2024 on Seven Seas Explorer, and we offer up to 77 included shore excursions. The guest feedback from us is they wanted more time in Alaska. So we listen, and that is what we do. Now, the southbound journey through the Inside Passage, it calls into Icy Strait Point. You cruise the Endicott Arm Fjord, Ketchikan, Victoria before returning to Vancouver. And this one in a new port that we don't standardly visit on a 7-night itinerary in Wrangell, Alaska, there's a tour that was fishing the Inside Passage. And I thought that was interesting. A lot of people love that, and you know, a dream to fish in Alaska. So world-class fishing in the Pacific Ocean is what you'll do through the Inside Passage and experience the spectacular scenery. Obviously, it's protected nearby the calm waters, fishing for a multitude of sought-after species, including salmon, halibut, or rockfish. The trip is the captain's choice, so for the best chances for catching. So you really don't know where you're going to be going. And all of our fishing charter vessels have enclosed cabins with heat, marine toilets, galley with tables and benches, and large fishing platforms. And the fishing is limited to 4 persons per vessel, so that's giving that ample room. You don't have to worry about it being crowded around with others. And another major difference with fishing in our area is that the normally short distance to the fishing grounds, it's a quick boat ride. So it ensures that you will spend most of your time actually fishing rather than trying to get there. So I thought that this was great, and the captain's license and all of that. Now into the Mediterranean. The first group date that we're offering is a June 11th, 2023 voyage. It's Rome to Istanbul on Seven Seas Mariner, up to 71 included shore excursions on this. This itinerary offers overnights in Athens and Istanbul. And of course, I mean, so many to choose from, but I've done this myself in Ephesus. You've got to visit Ephesus if you are in Kushadasi. There's actually many different options of tours with Ephesus. The one I was looking at is not an included shore excursion. It's $189 per person, but it's a really more in-depth tour of Discover Ephesus with an expert. So I actually have done this tour. It was amazing. Next, we've got a Barcelona to Rome, April 14th, 2024. This is a 10-night on Seven Seas Splendor, up to 92 included shore excursions. Now this one, I chose a tour in Provence. It's a Provence Black Truffle Discovery, almost 4 hours, where you'll hunt for black truffles in the countryside with a guide and truffle hunting dog. And then you see how to extract them from beneath the soil without damaging them. And then you get to enjoy a sampling of black truffles through and paired with local wines. I thought that was very unique. Next, we've got a Rome to Athens. It's July 31st, 2024, a 14-night cruise. And this is on our brand new Seven Seas Grandeur, up to 96 included shore excursions on this itinerary. On this one, I chose a tour called the Legendary Lipizzaner Horses. It's 4.5 hours, where you visit the historic stud farm where these world famous horses are, and they've been bred for more than 430 years. You will see, of course, many different things, but really the highlight is these horses throughout this tour. Next, we are going into Northern Europe. Another MOAA group tour is a London to London, August 26, 2023. It is a 12-night cruise on Seven Seas Voyager. Up to 52 included shore excursions on this one. And in Belfast, Northern Ireland, I chose a Titanic trail tour, 4 hours, where you would gain a vivid understanding of the Titanic and the city where she was built. You explore the Titanic Quarter, and you see the massive cranes, drafting rooms, and pumps, and even walk the very slipway that once held the Titanic. Then tour the Titanic Belfast, which is a signature building whose shape suggests a great ocean liner's hull, and then dive deeper into the history through exhibits and learning and hearing all about the story there. Next, we have an Oslo to London. It's September 3rd, 2024, 19 nights on Seven Seas Splendor. This is up to 79 included shore excursions. And this is you're sailing the route of the Vikings and visiting sophisticated appeal of cities like Oslo and quaint cultural gems of other cities here. And I chose in North Cape, crab safari and ice bar tour. It's just over 4 hours. And by the way, these tours, so when you're reading the descriptions of these tours with us, it'll say light activity or strenuous activity, whether they're appropriate for accessibility. So we've got these very detailed descriptions even on our website, and your MOAA advisor can help you look at these as well. Now with this crab safari and ice bar, you suit up for this full flotation ride out by deep sea raft to check the harvest king crab pots on a fjord, and then take pictures with the monstrous crustaceans, and they can weigh over 20 pounds. So you'll visit the open fire. There's a camp where you'll have of course, tasty hull to cook and enjoy while sitting on reindeer skin. So you're getting the full experience. And then you'll chill a while at the extremely cool ice bar where the indoor weather is always wintry and non-alcoholic beverages included with this tour. Australia and New Zealand, we're excited to offer this Asia and Australia voyage. Bali to Sydney, it's December 4th, 2024, 16 nights on Seven Seas Explorer. This one offers up to 40 included shore excursions. And this one in Darwin, I found a tour called Darwin's Military Pass. It's 4 hours light activity where you travel by coach to East Point for panoramic photos of the Darwin Harbor, which is twice the size of Sydney's. Then you tour the East Point Military Museum filled with photos and artifacts from Darwin's wartime history, and you watch footage of repeated Japanese bombing raids that rained down on the Darwin during 1942 to 43. You'll visit the Aviation Heritage Center. You will see a rare B-52 bomber, Mirage and Sabre fighters, a fully armed Hui Cobra, and many others. I thought that was so interesting. And in Japan, the cherry blossom season is one that you don't want to miss. Now, this cruise is the only group date that we're offering in 2025, and we really wanted to offer one of these for you because this itinerary is so popular. In 2024, we were already sold out of group space when we did these months ago. So in order to get you guys this great rate, additional amenities, we're bringing it to you in 2025. Now, just note, and I just want to stress again that these sell out. So if you're looking at something like this, this is something that you would want to book as soon as possible. We offer up to 44 included shore excursions on this itinerary. It's March 5th, 2025, a 14-night on our Seven Seas Explorer. And spring in Japan is just stunning, with March and April being the cherry blossom season. So this March 5th, 2025 voyage is perfect. And Japan is such a multifaceted wonder and a place that you really want to visit and check off of your bucket list. Kyoto is home to 17 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, and you actually overnight there on this voyage. So in Kyoto, I saw there's Osaka Castle tour, 3.5 hours. This one says strenuous activity, but here you'll marvel at the Osaka Castle, which was built to be Japan's most formidable fortification. Get a glimpse into the life of the Napoleon of Japan, who built the 16th century castle. You'll behold the castle's defensive walls, the tallest in Japan, and admire the tenacity of Osaka in rebuilding the castle each time it was destroyed. So lots of art, culture, history, music, and that is what the Regent guest truly loves, and we provide that on board. Now, with these cruises and with the round trip Tokyo, there are options for free pre and post land programs. So even more, if you're maybe going to this destination one time, you want to do and see it all. So for more information, a full list of itineraries from, even last minute this year, if you're looking at doing something that this year into 2025, reach out to your MOAA advisor, because their expertise and guidance with highly personalized service will really ensure that you find the right itinerary for you, whether it's for a special occasion or simply the joy of travel, or traveling on one of the MOAA group dates with the other MOAA members. Remember, as Jon mentioned, you are welcome to bring your friends and family as well. And the value of your travel advisor is huge because they are the experts and they have that professional guidance. MOAA Vacations is always there for you with the best, highly personalized and professional service and peace of mind. You don't have to worry. Now, Jon also mentioned at the beginning that with Regent, we offer a $250 shipboard credit on each departure for you because you are a MOAA member, and we truly value the relationship that we have with you. So I wanted to go over the offers that we have, so along with the group dates, and just to give you an idea and to see what's out there for you. And this may be confusing, but your advisor, they've got all of the details, so they will be able to help you make the best decisions. But we have a gift of travel offer going on right now, and these are in Europe for next year in 2023. So with this offer, we're offering a free pre or post land program on select voyages in Europe. Now we choose whether it's a pre or post because those are already set in stone, but these pre and post land programs are offered in Athens, Madrid, London, Copenhagen, Umbria, Cappadocia, and Ljubljana. So amazing opportunity. This actually is going on now, and it will go on through the end of the year, but as dates fill up and so forth, we do end up removing them from the offers. Now, because of Veterans Day and honoring all who served, and on behalf of our beloved offices, staff, and crew, we thank you for your service and sacrifice, and we would be honored to welcome you aboard the world's most luxurious fleet for some well-deserved R&R. Now, we have this Veterans Day offer that is going on right now, where you can choose from a collection of fascinating itineraries that range from bringing in the new year on an African safari to leaf peeping along the eastern seaboard. This is starting in January of 2023 and ending in December of 2023. So whether you stay close to home or you embark on an epic journey to a faraway land, we invite you to take advantage of your well-earned savings to fully enjoy this unrivaled experience on board Regent Seven Seas Cruises. So the Veterans offer is going on now through November 14th. Remember, this is on select voyages, and we're offering a 10% savings to you on these select voyages. So I do know that at least one of the group dates that we had, which I believe was a transoceanic, had the Veterans Day offer on it. So, but your MOAA Vacations advisor will be able to tell you everything that we have in the best offer. So, and then because the Veterans Day offer is only through the 14th, we wanted to give you an entire month of savings and offers through Regent. So additionally, from November 15th through the 30th, you'll receive a savings on any voyage with us if you hold a reservation. And that savings depends on the length of voyage and the suite category that you purchase. So again, all month long, you have a savings with Regent. And lastly, I just wanted to say that the time for luxury is now. And as you look to explore the world once more, remember that Regent delivers an unrivaled experience with an extraordinary value. You upgrade now and book your wish list trips. Don't compromise on your travel experience, and make sure that you take advantage of the offers that we provided you for attending our events, and contact your MOAA travel advisor today. There he is.
I know, I got it to work. I did the famous unplugged it and then plugged it in again. So there you go.
All right. So I don't know, were you answering any? I think there was.
I had a couple things, a couple of notes I took while you were talking of things I just wanted to go over real quick, and I'll do them kind of in reverse order that I took the notes. The first thing would be on the additional savings, and want to make sure that's clear that that's an additional savings. Right now, Regent has 2-for-1 pricing. So basically, if you look at the brochure rate, the first person pays the brochure rate, the second person goes basically for free, or it's 50% off is kind of the easier way to look at that. So on the additional savings, that is an additional savings off of that 2-for-1 rate. When we look at that Veterans Day sale at the 10%, that's 10% off after the 2-for-1 pricing. So both of those are additional savings programs. And then when we talk about the shipboard credit, and somebody asked a question about that, if that applied to just Regent or any trip booked through MOAA Vacations, and it does not apply to any vacation booked with MOAA Vacations, because not every cruise line or tour company in the world participates in what we call our exclusive MOAA amenity program. Regent does. It's $250 per suite. We have other cruise lines and other tour companies that also participate. The value of that onboard credit will vary depending on the vendor. And then when you get to tour companies, obviously they can't do onboard credit. So most of those are additional dollars off. But we certainly invite all of the cruise lines and tour companies to participate. Not everybody steps up to the plate, so to speak, like Regent has, and said, you know, in recognition of MOAA members and what they have contributed and continue to contribute, because I know your motto, of course, is always keep serving, which a lot of you do, most of you do, is that's in recognition of your MOAA membership. And as I said, I think there's around 20 different vendors that participate in that program. So the $250 per suite on any sailing, additional onboard credit is just with Regent. I do want to clarify that one point. That is $250 minimum. On a lot of these groups that we've set up, it actually may be more than 250, but you will always receive at least $250 onboard credit. So for example, if we set up a group and the group has $150 onboard credit, on that group departure, you'd get a $400 onboard credit, if that makes sense. And that's kind of the normal thing. And then actually way back when you first started talking, there was something I wanted to mention when you talked about valet service. And it's something I don't know if people think of initially. So I always just want to make sure people consider this. And one of the, I don't want to say hassles, but one of the, I guess it is kind of, when you travel, particularly on the longer trips, and I know we have a 19-night best Norway group setup and those types of things, it's packing and how much clothes and everything you have to take. And let me tell you, having been on Regent and been able to experience this, when you're packing, to know that during this trip that you have the ability to send your clothes out any day you want, and it's no cost, allows you to not, I mean, you look at a 19-day trip, you don't want to bring 20, 30 pairs of socks. I mean, it just takes up a ton of room, in t-shirts and pajamas and those types of things. And particularly when they get that longer, even outfits that you're going to wear, you can basically pack for 7 days. And if you just have them do your laundry, twice during the cruise, you can pack a lot less. And I always want to bring that up because to me, that's the greatest thing about the valet laundry is not having to drag around as many clothes with us. There was another question. Somebody was asking about accessibility. Jodi, if you wanted to talk about that, and then they had two parts to that question. So I'll kind of try to address the second part, if you can address the accessibility on the ships.
So we have staterooms that are accessible, not staterooms, suites, because we are all suite, 98% private balcony. We talk to Jon about that all the time. Yep. But we do have accessible suites on board if you were to specifically need an accessible suite where we've got the wider doorways, the roll-in shower, the grab bars in the bathroom. Getting along on board, no problem at all. Of course, elevators, and have that options and doors that will automatically open. So the ship is well prepared for wheelchair guests.
Okay. And I just want to make sure I remembered the second part of that question. And that was, I'm just going to read it and make sure I say this correctly. Also, please comment on the port streets, terrain, etc., as how conductive the ports are for wheelchair touring. Jodi, you want to talk? I mean, it's going to vary by the destination, but the ports, there are no ports that I can think of that you guys use for either embarkation or disembarkation that would not be wheelchair accessible, correct?
I would agree with you, Jon. And like you said, I mean, it does depend on the port. And, a lot of these places are old and could have streets that are brick, or, the terrain might not be as great, but we do mark our tours as a more handicapped accessible tour. So we do mark those when booking, and you can have access, you can view them online to see, but it really depends on the destination. Now, we can also set up private tours in this case to, even further make that experience better and, excuse me, and more catered to you if needed. And you can use that shipboard credit to even pay for that. And you could say in Rome, you could tell us exactly what you wanted to do and see, and then we would work with our ground operators to set that up and really what's the word I'm looking for? It's not specify it,
the
but
experience customized.
cater it. Yes,
yeah, cater it. There's catering. That sounds good. Yeah, and I wanted to expand upon that, and the ship itself is completely accessible, throughout. Not all countries are as progressive as the United States are along the lines of accessibility. So there will be shore excursions that may be offered that will not have the accessibility that you would have in the United States if you were to do sailing or some of those other types of things. But as Jodi's mentioned repeatedly, there are so many excursions to choose from that, you know, there'll always be something you can do on those. But yeah, I mean, you know, I mean, sailing ships. I mean, you know, that's, I mean, it sounds great in the United States. You know, they have sail ships that are accessible. You may not find that, you know, if you're in Turkey or something like that. So a lot of that is dependent on what locally they offer. But I would say that Regent is on the accessibility end of it all, is that if the port offers something accessible, then Regent will offer that as well. So, and once again, I know Jodi mentioned this a lot of times, but we have people here who've been on Regent, who are very familiar with everything. And when, you know, without knowing what specific itinerary you're talking about, it's difficult to really answer. But, you know, you look at like in Alaska, Alaska, you're predominantly in the United States, every port of call except maybe Vancouver or Victoria, and you should expect accessibility in the United States, this being the same in every city. So you're not going to have any issues on that type of itinerary. But once again, that's why we have people here that are willing to answer any questions you might have. I love it when we end right on time. So we got 4 minutes on our 1 hour little webinar, and I don't see any other questions. Let's make sure nothing else has popped up. Nope. All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for joining us today. I know there's so much going on in the world, you know, and don't even need to get into those issues, but I hope you enjoyed taking an hour out of your day and joining us and looking forward to these wonderful trips that we have available. And, you know, if we can be of any assistance, please give us a call. We're here to help. Keep in mind, we're going to send you a copy of this video. In the comments, I put a link to the list of the group departures. When we send you the email, I'll include the link to the group departures. I'll include a link that will kind of go through the show specials to kind of hopefully explain that, or you can see it in writing. I'll also send a link to a web page we designed that kind of goes through that thing that Jodi started out with when she talks about the value of a Regent cruise. When you first look at it, you might get some sticker shock because you go, oh, you know, this cruise line, Princess or Holland or Celebrity, is so much less. But when you actually look side by side and you compare everything that's included, I mean, you look at Europe, it's business class air. You know, how much value does that add? All the shore excursions, the dining, the gratuities, the transfers. I'm forgetting the valet laundry. You get back end with what I started with.
Drinks,
there's so much that when you look side by side and see, you know, it's like anything, you know, all inclusive. Here's your price, you know, just a cruise, but we add everything else in, and how much value there really is in a Regent cruise. So with that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Jodi for the last word. But before I do, I just want to thank Jodi for once again. I think this is your 4th webinar this year, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
Wonderful. Well, we appreciate you taking that much time out of your very busy schedule to spend time with us. I really think that people enjoy these. That's why they keep coming back. And without any further ado, Jodi, take it away.
And I just wanted to say thank you all very much. We hopefully will get you on board a Regent Seven Seas Cruises soon. We appreciate all that you do in your service, and oh, we do have another question.
You do.
But yeah.
Here they come. Okay. As far as the plan to sail from Honolulu, so obviously they need to get a ship there. So it would actually be sail there and sail back. There's some interesting regulations as far as going on a cruise to Hawaii, and that's sailing within U.S. cities. So you really can't sail from the West Coast of the United States to Hawaii unless you stop at a foreign port. The only company that actually can do Hawaiian Island only sailings would be Norwegian Cruise Line, which is actually a sister company of Regent's. And that's because they actually have U.S. flagships with U.S. crew on board, which is a requirement to sail from one U.S. port to another all the way back to the Jones Act. But
we do have itineraries that would visit and have, but yeah, basketball court, no. Putting green, yes. Paddle tennis, yes.
What is the cost of business class air from HOM to NOLULU included?
From home from Honolulu, but we don't do Honolulu, so it yeah. But business class air is included on intercontinental flights, but this itinerary we wouldn't have anyway.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right.
If nothing else, I like we got 4 at the very end, so we had 6 questions in total. So anyway, thanks everyone for joining us. The next one we have is on the 17th, so 10 days from today. Hopefully you can join us then. Otherwise, everyone have a wonderful week.
Thank you. Appreciate your support.
Yep. Bye, everyone.